Two questions on desired talent. First, what do you look for in terms of desired talent for your organization? What are the requirements? Second, what has the COVID-19 shown you in terms of your leadership, management, or organizational gaps? Hi, my name is Teik. Thank you for pausing from your business to be with me and allowing me to share with you my language, the requirements of the 21st century desired talent. And I hope that with this pause and my language, that it will allow you to rethink. Given that the COVID-19 is not going to go away soon, and the occurrences of black swans going to become a regularity in our lives, I recommend that the 21st century desired talent will require both competencies and capabilities. Competency has to do with functional competencies to do the job. Capabilities made up of two parts make up the organizational culture. Culture is for execution, values is for decision making. And the two parts are life skills and broader qualities. Broader qualities has to do with either character or traits, and it includes things like humility, self-awareness, awareness of others, awareness of environment, grit, perseverance, learning agility, and so forth. Let me show you how the competency and capability will work hand in hand for the progression of a desired talent. I call it the 3 levels of progression. First level, you get to keep the job. Functional competency plus broader qualities. Broader qualities being first half of the culture. Challenges, staying relevant. When an employee joins a company, he or she is out of that free-flowing open market. And thus the chances of becoming irrelevant is very, very, very high. Second, it's now harder to hire, especially with broader qualities that covers character or traits. Level 2, broader roles. Level 1, plus life skills, the other half of culture. Challenge number 1, many organizations still use the language soft skills, which is harder to teach, harder to train because it's fuzzy. No frameworks. Challenge number 2, organizations that's moving into life skills have to learn, relearn how to teach life skills. Level 3, top posts. Level 1, level 2, and the big word, perspective. Challenge, how to teach, how to get. So I've covered what does a desired talent of 21st century require, capability plus competency. I've shown you the levels of progression and how those two work together in terms of competency and capability. And now it's time to rethink 4 areas. Hire right, pay right, integrate right, with closer feedback, train to develop right. Hire right. In today's traditional interview, the effectiveness of hiring right is 0%. You throw in behavioral interview, you throw in some kind of tests, 30%. Now we add the complexity. You're no longer just hiring for functional competencies. You're hiring for life skills. You're hiring for broader qualities. You need to rethink. Second, pay right. With the need to hire in emerging competencies because many of the people have become irrelevant, and the need to hire for broader qualities which you can teach, you have to rethink your pay strategy and your internal equity philosophy. If not, you are not going to be able to hire the desired talent because everybody wants them. Third, integrate with closer feedback. The language of onboarding and orientation is HR's logistical transactional process of bringing someone new into the company. Integration is connected with 2 words, relationship and transition, and that's owned by the hiring manager. That's a way to test whether you've hired right, and that's also a way to strengthen relationship for retention. Got to rethink. And then we have train to develop right. Now that we understand that capabilities are made up of two parts, life skills and broader qualities, and one of them is very hard to teach and train, then you got functional competencies that, if you're not careful, becomes irrelevant. You now have to think about your training strategy to development. So at this point, you now know the requirements of a 21st century desired talent. Number two, you've seen how the levels of progression work. 3 levels. And I've given you 4 areas to rethink. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for allowing me to share with you my language. And I hope that during this process, this time with me, you've been able to rethink. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the world will no longer be the same in terms of how we are going to thrive. Be well.